Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Allow us to introduce ourselves and present our product. We are Ittijaah Games, a club of tabletop games enthusiasts from Al-Fityan School Tangerang. In this blessed moment, we intend to present you our very own original handmade board game. Height: our members are Ar-Rahma as a gameplay director, Edia Zaki as map design director, Izzuddin Faruk Alfatoni as printing and graphic design director, Fauzia Ali as a material provision director, Mahesa Rido as logistics supervisor, Audrey Aprilia as a character design director, and also, along with us, two voluntary artists, which are Tiara Keisha and Farelia Atafa. But first, we wish to express our gratitude to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala who have given us the chance to complete this product, and to the teacher of Al-Fityan School Tangerang who guided us so that our wish came to fruition. For our product, we wish to bring the value of Inovatif along with other values. Without further ado, let's get started. Height is an innovative hybrid board game that can be played by 4 players, plus 1 person that may act as a judge. In this innovative battle and conquest game, player will be given an island each, and each player will expand their territory as big as possible and conquer the opponent side. This game incorporated elements from a classical board games like chess, risk, or diplomacy. However, for our game, we take a multicultural approach from our game theme, so you will find quite a lot of reference from many cultures. The reason why we choose board game as our product of choice is due to how our world progresses. Day by day, game as form of entertainment comes out virtually in our gadget, whether it is for computer or handphone. Sadly, there are times when the development brings more than harm than good. Children become addicted with smartphone, people unable to spend their time together because they were too busy to themselves. Due to this reason, we decide that we need to move backward a bit and see how games are supposed to be back then. Our board game is completely handmade. We use digital art and traditional art all together to create this game. We also use 100% recycled object, such as old toys, old wood, or even cardboard to arrange some of the game properties. For the map of the game, our map designer designed the map digitally, while our printing department print it. As for the board, we make it manually with the help of a carpenter to create the board. We also have a unit pieces, which we took from old and unused toys, and also cardboard. All in all, the total cost of our game production is around 100,000 rupiah, which does not even reach $10. Our game consists of one piece of a board map, a gameplay guidebook, 104 troops unit pieces, 55 per players, energy pieces, 6 character cards, and 100 bonus cards. Now that you know the basic of our game, let's see how we play it.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Now, I will present to you how you play our modified printed game Height. But first, you need to understand the basic setting of the game. First, this is the map. This is our custom-made map. All of these islands are fictional, and we kind of imagine it ourselves how to create the islands and all that. We already showed you the process of how we made it. And then, as you can see here, each of these islands have these black boxes and red boxes here. So what do they mean? Okay, so the black box means this is the place where the players will put their unit. And this red box here is the free island that players will try to compete to take these islands. This is for the map. And then you also have this yellow pocket. There are 4 yellow pockets in which each pocket contains your unit. Each player can choose their own unit and their own islands. And then this is the dice. So to move your unit later on, you will have to rely on the help of the dice. We will show you how you move with your dice. and then this is the ball for the dice for you to shake the dice and show the numbers, like the usual normal snake and ladder game. And then below the dice is this big pile of cards. This is the special effect card. This will serve as a bonus for your attack when you confront other players. And this is the character card. Character card also serves as your bonus, but it is more permanent than the effect card. And then to use your effect card, you will have to rely on these pieces. Okay? These pieces is called the energy pieces. To be able to use the cards, you will have to know the amount of energy that you use to expand the card. Okay? Now, let us start by setting our unit. First, you need to put your unit on the islands with black grid. Okay? I'll give you an example. For example, now I'm putting the Alif. Yeah, I'm putting this troop. Okay, and I will choose to put my troops in this island. Okay, as you can see here, in one island, you can see that there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 regions that is gridded by black lines. Okay, so these are called the provinces. Okay, in your normal setting, in your early game setting, you will put 2 units in each provinces. Okay, so I'll put 2 units in my province. One, as you can see here, this map also have their hollow grid. Okay, so you can put in any grid you like. For example, for the first one, I put in here the one with the fort here with the building here. Here, 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 here. You have to make sure that your positioning is good, because your positioning is also considered as a part of your strategy. There, I'm done. Now this is what I call as a normal early game gameplay setting. Okay, as you can see here, in this island there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 units in one island. This should be done by all players in the board. Okay, so now let us put all the rest of the units to the board. Okay, we have done arranging our units in our respective islands. Okay, so now let's see how do we move these units. Okay, however, first, before the players start playing, they will have to first decide their turn. You can decide their turn by the dice. You can decide the turn by the normal your any kind of method to determine which players comes first, which players comes second, and so on. Okay, and then after they decide on who comes first or who comes later and so on, you have to decide the character card. Okay, this character card will see about the bonus or the advantage, the early game advantage that can be used by the player to move their units accordingly. Okay, for example, I took this card. Okay, this card is named Umar Barkah. Okay, Umar Barkah bonus is you can use water travel right from the game start. Okay, so in this game you cannot travel along the water except if you have already conquered 3 free provinces. Okay, so if you cannot conquer 3 provinces, you cannot travel through water. You can only travel through lands or to the bridges that connected one island to another. Okay, but by using Umar Barkah card, you can water travel right from the game. each of these 4 cards actually have their own advantages. Okay, so you can feel free to consult our guidebook which card has which advantage. So for now, since I have the membawakan card, I will use my advantage to travel along the water. Okay, so this is my card. So to signify that I have the membawakan card, I will put my card in the corner of my board like this. Okay, and then I will start moving my unit. To move the unit, you actually need 2 dice. Okay, this is the black dice. Okay, the black dice you use to determine the number of units that you can move in a turn, and then also the white dice. The white dice determines how many steps your units can move. So I'll try to roll the dice by using the bubble. Here, 2 units with 1 step. Okay, so now since I already only have 2 units, the number of the unit troop depends on whether it is an odd number or an even number. An odd number means like 1, 3, 5 is equal to 1 unit. The even number equals to 2 units. Now that after I shake it, I get 2 units, which means that this 2 is an odd number, so I will use my unit 2 steps. For starters, I will try to choose these 2 units, the one in province in front of the Shahrazad. Okay, so to move my unit, since this is 2 units and 1 step, I will move my unit like this. Both on their initial position, each move 1 step, 1 like this. As you can see, this is the position has changed from one position to another. Okay, so why not I try to move the meme position? Okay, this is the one in kepada. Okay, okay. The kepada got 2 units with 3 steps. Okay, so the units can only move in either horizontal position or vertical position. Okay, so since we have 2 units here, we can choose any of these units to move in a good position. So for example, this unit is actually this island. This kepada island can move from here to here. 3 units. This is the most advantageous position that you can get. So I'll try to move 1, 2, 3. As you can see here, now kepada, the troop from kepada got 1 free provinces. So to be able to claim a province, you need to put at least 1 troop in a province. So as you can see here, a unit from kepada able to invade a place in quick start. So you can say that the troops from kepada is succeeded in claiming 1 provinces in quick start. So when you are able to claim 1 provinces, you can get an additional of 1 unit in your initial islands. So I will take 1 unit from kepada and put it on my island. So now I have 15 units in kepada because I'm able to claim 1 provinces. Okay? Okay, so the game has progressed along the time. Okay, so now let's try to analyze what is happening on the board game now. Okay, so first we try to see the Abu Silat unit. As you can see here, one of the Abu Silat unit has moved from their initial position from here 1 step to here. So as you can see here, one of Abu Silat unit land on a grid with a fort. So when a unit land on a fort, that player is eligible to take 2 cards and 2 energy, 2 bonus card and 2 energy. For example, they will take 2 cards here and then 2 energy. Now, first you need to put the card in a closed position like this, so no one, and you also do not know what is the content of this bonus card. And then you put the energy here also. And then, as you can see here, let's analyze what happens in the neighboring grid. The army from the unit from Al-Busilat and one unit from Marcapada is in battle. When two different units from two islands or two players meet in one grid, that means it's battle time. Okay, so how do we battle here? For example, the first turn comes from the Al-Busilat. So Al-Busilat will roll the dice. The determination of the attack is also decided by the dice. Okay, this black dice determines the number of units that the unit from Al-Busilat will attack. However, because there is only one unit from Marcapada, all the damages that's supposed to get from the dice will be accumulated and all thrown in one unit. This is the dice to determine the amount of damage that the army from Al-Busilat will use. So the army from the Al-Busilat will roll the dice and then shake it. As you can see here, it's an even number. An even number means two troops, as long as their army only have 2 units per province. 2 units and 1 damage, multiply it, you get 2 damages. So the unit from Al-Busilat deals 2 damages to the unit in Marcapada. And then the turn comes to the unit of Marcapada and they reply the attack by the same method. As you can see here, this is an even number. 6 is an even number, so the deal is for 2 units. But there's only 1 unit, so all the damages for the 2 unit will be accumulated to this 1 unit. The damage is 4. So 2 multiplied by 4, you get 8 damages. So the unit from Marcapada will deal 8 damages to the unit in Al-Busilat. All these units have 10 life or 10 health points in a game. So who reaches 0 first? When a unit reaches 0 health point, the unit will be removed from the game. So for example, the Al-Busilat in his turn respond the attack. You get 1 damage and 6. The unit from Marcapada already reduced to 8 damages, so minus again 6. So the unit in Marcapada only have 2 life or 2 health point. However, the unit from Al-Busilat also have 2 units, also have 2 life or 2 health point. So the unit from Marcapada respond the attack not very kind. 1 troops, 2 damages, which means is 2 life from Al-Busilat, and 2 attack from Marcapada. 2 minus 2 is 0. The army from Marcapada wins. So you remove this unit to the heaven. Alright. Now the game has progressed again along the time. So now another development has come into fruition. As you can see here, there's another confrontation from an army from Al-Busilat and Marcapada. However, the Marcapada has also gained a bonus card along with Al-Busilat. So what will happen when 2 units go against each other when they have bonus card? First, in the turn of one player, for example, the turn from Marcapada, first they will roll the dice first. As you can see here, it's 2 damage, it's 2 units because it's 4, and it's with 5 damages, which means it's a 10. So when it actually happened, the army from Abu Silat will automatically thrown to out of the game. However, we'll not talk about that. Let's see another chances. Okay, as you can see here, for example, this one. Okay, 1 unit and 5 damage. So this means that the army from Abu Silat will be dealt 5 damage, which means that his health point is only 5. But then the unit from Kepada decided to use their bonus card. So they will take one card and show the card. For example, this is one of the effect card. This is called the frozen arrow card, to frostbite an enemy. The frozen arrow card is used to make one turn of the enemy become null. It means that even if the opponent attack us, it will not deal any damage to the player that used this card. So when that happens, the unit from Abu Silat will roll the dice. He's supposed to be able to take 1 unit with 4 damage, but because Kepada used the frozen arrow card, this damage becomes 0 for 1 turn only. We also have around 100 effect cards in our game, as you can see here. Okay, this is 100. This is one pile of effect cards. Okay, however, it might take long time to explain one by one our effect card. So you can refer to our guidebook if you want to know which effect card with which bonus that you can use to strategize your game. Alright, now let's move on to winning condition. Okay, so how do we actually win in this game? As you can see here, this is not exactly a simple game that you can learn in 1 or 2 hours. So you have to read carefully the guidebook. We will provide our detailed guidebook in the game, and you can read through them, or you can send an email to us on how to troubleshoot if you have any problem in the gameplay. However, the winning game for this game is actually very simple. You can see in this board, for example, the army from Kepada, the unit from Kepada, has already able to take 2 free provinces, which is Krikstad and Hachigatsu. This means that the unit from Kepada already fulfilled 1 of 2 winning condition or minimum winning condition in this game. Because in this game, the 2 minimum winning condition is to first to be able to claim 2 free provinces, and then second to be able to claim 1 enemy's island, 2 free islands, and 1 enemy islands. As you can see here, the units from Kepada already marched their way to Shahrazad to be able to claim Shahrazad. When they have finished this, they will be able to take out the Shahrazad completely. However, the Shahrazad army also able to already claim Kwakwal, which is the free islands in the south. Okay, so nobody can tell actually who will win the game, when they will win the game. This game can actually last from 1 to 2 hours depending on how you play it. So you need to be very careful and very strategic on making your move. That's all from me. Now let's get back to our narrator. Assalamualaikum.
That's it. Do you find yourself interested to play our game? In the future, we plan to expand our club not only as a school club, but also as a foundation for our future. We create this product due to our interest in games, and we love creating and playing it. So, we will be very thankful if you find our product enjoyable and inspirative. Not to mention in this pandemic, people are forced to stay at home. Staying at home with only your gadget is pretty unhealthy. So, why don't we close our gadget for a while, see our family and friends, and bond ourselves a good session of a board game? Again, Thank you very much for all teachers, volunteers, and fellow staff that has realized our dreams. We hope that our creation not only bring joy, but also inspiration to those who use it, inshallah. This will be the end of our presentation. Jazakallahu khair. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.